With a lot of industries right now either under threat to be or already in the process of gentrification, by some miracle it seems like for video games, things have mostly improved. Yeah, we get our yearly Call of Duties and FIFAs from the big companies, but more often than not, there always seems to be a game coming out that reminds us of just how good we have it in terms of variety. And every so often, one of those games manages to cement itself as a generational experience. And the developers over at Sandfall Interactive have created exactly that with Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Going into this game, I've heard maybe only a few people mention it in passing. No trailers, no story synopsis. Eventually the hype did get to me though, and I am so glad that it did. Because goddammit, this game made me feel a lot of things that I did not want to feel. Thankfully, the folks over at Sandfall Interactive have delivered this with a platinum experience that matches. 56 trophies lined up for us as we head for the continent to take on the Paintress to end her cycle of death, and uncover what other secrets lie behind the fracture and the tragedy of the Gamache. And of course, we'll be doing all of this in expert difficulty. Also, full spoilers ahead since we'll be going through the entire story. This is your only warning. We start things off in the prologue where we meet our first two expeditioners, Mahel and Gustav. Gustav, voiced by Charlie Cox, aka Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, aka Mr. Left Right Good Night himself, is seen throwing out rocks out of the ocean as we see in the background a big ass rock that has the number 34 inscribed on it. They make a brief reference about another girl named Sophie, Gustav's love interest, and how he should try being more direct with her before they, and I quote, wither and die.
Oh my gosh. Yo guys, it's me Charlie. Hey, did that guy just turn into sand?
It'll make sense in a few minutes, don't worry. Well, I say they head off, but I guess Mahel had other places to be.
I'll accompany you there.
Can I catch up first? Oh my gosh, she is gone! As we make our way to the festival, we're able to see just how surreal the world of Expedition 33 is. I was able to watch a few videos regarding the making of, and the amount of detail that went into crafting this world is... it's just actually, it's insane. I highly recommend the Skilla video that goes over the process. It's crazy what people can do when they actually give a fuck about what they're making. Anyways, walking past the flying buildings and whatever the hell these great things are. What is that? Is that goo? Why is there goo on the streets, bro? Mahel sees Gustav stressing about Sophie and to try to cheer him up, challenges him to a duel, serving as our tutorial to this game's battle system. Now, I haven't been the biggest fan of turn-based games for a few years. Last one I even remember actually playing is Digimon World for the PS1. Thankfully, this system is pretty easy to understand and feels so good when you get the feel for it. Alright, so now I got the overcharge. Alright, so use the overcharge skill to now unleash a devastating blow.
For those who come after.
Oh my god, I missed it! I'm an idiot. I killed her, apparently, okay. Anyways, after allegedly committing siblicide, Mahel paints herself back together as she hands Gustav one of the most important items in the game, the ever so humble Color of Lumina. Why is this so important? We'll come back to it. We head down to the plaza to meet with Sophie and they share a little moment together as Gustav tries his best to get his thoughts across, and we take this chance to learn a little bit more about him, as Sophie mentions that he's...
You're fighting to change things.
We speak with a few locals along the way, pick up Chroma, pass by my wife, and most importantly for the purpose of this video, fight the mime in the prologue, giving us our first 3 trophies for breaking an enemy, using a full overcharge with Gustav, and beating the mime. Also, we take his wallet and this record that he had on him for a trophy that we'll need for later. As we finally get to the harbor, we get an ominous message and meet a group of kids that Gustav is mentoring. They hand him his expedition uniform that they fixed up with Sophie's help as a gift before he heads off for his expedition. Bracing themselves for what's to come, Gustav and Sophie take each other's hands as they look out towards the Paintress. He looks like Robert Pattinson. Whoa. Oh, what the hell? That looks sick, dude. So just signifying like the cycle is continuing, basically. Holy shit. Oh, so it's a calling just like that. Oh my god.
I'm here.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, this OST is not helping me hold back the... Okay, so this game is just gonna be just... depression after depression, huh? Fuck me sideways, dude. What the hell just happened? Time for a lore dump. So in the world of Expedition 33, there was this event called the Fracture, in which everything just kinda got fucked up, which is why the buildings start flying, the goop is scattered about on the streets, and every year for the last 67 years, the age group corresponding with the number on the monolith, that's what the big ass rock is called by the way, withers and dies. And this cooling is what's known as the Gomage. So every year after the Gomage, the next age group, in this case all the 33-year-olds, go on an expedition to the continent where the paintress resides, where even if they can't stop her, they can maybe make it easier for the next expedition that comes through. This is why Gustav is so adamant about leaving a legacy, and as a matter of fact, he reinforces that every single time that we use this overcharge.
For those who come after.
Now, as we go back to the harbor, we see that there is basically no time to mourn after the Gomage. We do get the chance to talk with some of the other expeditioners that are about to head out with Gustav. We buy a few things with tokens that we get from answering some lore questions, including a key that we will need for another trophy, get a journal from the apprentices to write down everything that happens, and speak with Mael. We learn that she is coming with us to the expedition, even though she's only 16, and also learn that she's actually not blood related to Gustav. And after beating her in a rematch for the last token, we meet up with Gustav's biological sister, Emma. We channel Serwyn Smith with her speech as we head off for the continent, and grab ourselves trophy number 4, Lumiere. Oh, it's cool, the moon is like purple. Why is it so dramatic? Oh, we're about to scrap? We're about to scrap? I bet his ass right now, dog. He's got a scar. He might fuck. Oh, is that Gustav?
You're old.
Is that Gustav? No, it's not.
Which expedition are you from?
Oh, that was the captain. The captain just got decapitated. The captainade. Where the hell is Mel?
He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Margot. Doug, where the fuck is my sister at? Oh my god, he got snatched! Oh my god, he got snatched! Oh, they're... Oh my god! Oh, this OST. What am I looking at? That's a cool ass sign. What am I looking?
Come on! Move! Fucking snap out!
Jesus! What? It sounds like the Predator. Oh. Well. R.I.P. Gustav. Act 1. Gustav. As Gustav comes to after having the back of his head slapped to the ground, Gustav picks himself up and starts to look around. With no sign of Mael, or anybody else for that matter, we find ourselves completely alone in our first area of the continent, Spring Meadows. He finds a cave, and the deeper that we go in, the more bodies seem to be piling up. The bodies of past expeditioners. Completely defeated, with the nihilistic reminder that he's not the first one to fail, Gustav takes his pistol and closes his eyes. You put that down, Gustav.
We both die.
Oh, Luna's telling me that. Oh, no, whatever. Whatever you tell. Whatever you say, I do.
We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
Wait, so did she just appear there?
We're already dead. Look around. Look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. This
Is she
not
dead?
The place.
Is he losing his mind?
The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
I bet. That is one hell of a woman right there. This is where we get our first real team battle, with Gustav playing more as a melee type while Luna spins and swirls when she sets motherfuckers on fire. We eventually beat the Navron and we see Gustav using this here doohickey to absorb it, introducing one of the best mechanics in Expedition 33 and the Picto/Lumina system. To keep things simple, we have these items called Pictos that not only give stats boost, but also a secondary effect. Stack enough of these and you will see some ridiculous numbers later on. But for now though, we are stuck with a damage cap of 9,999. Anyways, we get the chance to take a look at the character equip menu and find our first expedition flag, which is basically like a bonfire or a site of grace. As we keep moving through the meadows, we end up in a cave with an incapacitated Navron, everyone say hi to Jar, and find our first journal entry, the first of 49 in the game that we'll need for another trophy. These journal entries are left behind by past expeditions, some of them revealing little details in the story, while others just give insight into what they were up to. Now there are a number of white Navrons throughout the game, all giving us some sort of quest to help them find their purpose. We'll leave that explanation there for now since we have to come back for the aiding the enemy trophy. Thankfully, not far from the journal entry, we find signs of another expedition as we find signs of our first boss fight. It takes us 3 tries, but we eventually defeat it as we uncover a literal sign revealing Miles' whereabouts. The 2 expeditioners discuss what their next move should be, with Gustav of course wanting to follow the sign, while Luna prefers to follow protocol and wait at the rally point. With the power of persuasion on his side, he convinces her to look for Miles, by saying that he's just gonna go anyways. We pick up trophy number 25 for completing Spring Meadows, but before heading over there, Gustav has a bit of a moment. After setting up camp, he says that his main mission is no longer dealing with the Paintress, it's now finding Miles. Luna, of course, will have none of his shit, and after she metaphorically, and maybe later physically, slaps some sense into us, we get a chance to take a look around the camp. This is the game's main hub, where we can talk to other expeditioners, upgrade at the expedition flag, and for the first time, write in Gustav's journal. This isn't related to any trophy, but I do love that we can do this. It's just another reminder of one of the messages for Expedition 33, and even if it doesn't give us a trophy, it does reward us down the line. So after we get our rest, we pack up and head for the next area, Flying Waters. Here we can almost immediately get trophy number 6 for breaking a pain cage, which are mini puzzles where we have to shoot 3 locks to unlock a cage for a drop. We fight our way through the areas, we end up finding a little hut, with Gustav hoping that this is where the hint back at Spring Meadows was leading to. However, once he and Luna step inside, they find themselves in the manor. Is the portal? Whoa, what's the deal, man? The manor. I will try every door in this establishment. Why even give me so many doors if I can't open any? Miles? Is that you? Glad.
Gustav? Are you real?
Well, what do you mean by real?
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here.
Oh my god.
With him.
Okay, you're just gonna stand there like aura farming, dog? You're gonna say something? You wanna not scare the fuck out of me? This fine gentleman here is the curator. We'll have to wait a little bit longer to see what his deal is, but for now, after finally finding Miles, we can complete our starting team, with Miles becoming our glass nuke. No, not cannon. You heard right. Nuke. We'll come back to it. Stepping out of the manor, Miles introduces us to our first Gestrel, Noko. Gestrels are basically endgame fairy tale characters. They're just like another group that we'll see later down the line, the Grandies. These guys, and gal, vary in shape and size and love to fight more than anything, since they can be reborn in the Gestrel River, another area that we unlock later on. Also, some of them are merchants, Noko being one of many who we find across the continent. All of them have something to sell, but only some have an extra fight where if you win, you can unlock special items for sale. He also informs us about another sea that we have to cross in order to get to the Paintress, and tells us to head down to the Gestrel village to speak with Golgra, the Gestrel chief, for help on how to cross. Also, they sound like this. So we beat the living shit out of Little Noko for his special items and make our way out of Flying Waters, taking down 2 bosses back to back. Oh. Okay, I thought I could jump too. Oh, what the fuck? What is this? Oh, look at that. Perfect flow. Fantastic. We do AP for Gustav. And she gets the first set here. 3,000. With Mael, you're pursuing a marked enemy while in a virtual stance. Look at this. Tactics. That's that Guardiola mentality. Anything that does more than 1 hit? Yeah, electrify. Let's go. Oh, let's go, chat. Professional. Defeat a boss without taking any damage. Whoa. Mael's nightmare. What? Is that Gustav? So is that old man Gustav? With the curator back at the camp with us, we have the chance to get trophies 11 and 12 for upgrading our weapons and increasing our lumina, as well as trophy number 13 for checking up on everybody at the camp. Before we get to the village though, we have to pass by the sanctuary, where we have our first conversation with the fading boy. There will be several times throughout the game where we meet with the sort of family that all have the same whole for a face look like the curator, made up of the young/faceless boy, the fading man, and the fading woman. The path through the sanctuary is pretty straightforward, so after defeating the final boss of the area, we secure trophy number 14. This leads us straight to the Jestro village where we meet Golgra, the Jestro chief. Getting her help won't be so straightforward though. She tells us that we need to see Eskie, another being from legend like the Jestros and the Grandies. To access his nest, however, we'll need a password, one that we'll need to earn by winning the Jestros legendary tournament against 3 legendary Jestro warriors, and the stranger. Dominique Giant Feet Gang here. We're fans of Bertrand Big Hands Patate. Don't call me Patate. Dominique has bigger feet than that brush's hands. What do you mean? Bertrand's hands are so big he could grab the paintress and powerbomb her through this from the stratosphere. Okay, we got this guy power scaling over here. I'm a drooling tiny head fan. I knew it. It had to be the fourth member, the stranger. Oh my god. Hey. So the stranger turns out to be CL, an expeditioner that we met back in the prologue. And after getting our ass beat by her, we had to arrest the 4th playable member of Expedition 33. So with our new addition and the password from Golgra, we head out to Eskie's nest, earning us trophy number 15 for clearing the Jestro village. Before we can head to the nest though, Mael has a vision while resting at camp with the others. She gets pulled into this kind of mirror world that resembles her nightmares by a masked girl named Alicia. As Mael approaches her to try to get some answers, she's interrupted by the white-haired man. He basically just talks a lot of shit to her by saying that she's just making things worse for everyone, before sending her consciousness back into her own body. Yeah, he's kind of a dick. On our way to Eskie's nest, we start another trophy for finding all of the lost Jestros. Basically, this guy named Sastra was supposed to be babysitting some baby Jestros, but things happened, so now there's 9 baby Jestros lost throughout the continent. And of course, we'll have to pick them all up on our way to the paintress. After Gustav bullies the Jestro guard into opening the door, we're led to one of the prettier areas in the game in my opinion. And it's here that we can meet up with Eskie, who hints at somehow knowing CL. He lets us know that he can help carry us across the sea, but we will need one of his rocks, Flory, to do so.
Rocks?
See? Flory helps me swim. But Flory was stolen by my arch nemesis. The one who's
Eskie just point in the direction. I am there. We meet and fight his neighbor Francois, who supposedly had it, but he tells us to fuck off to the Stonewave Cliffs where he dropped it. So we pick up trophies 16 and 17 for Legend, for recruiting SKA, and for completing SKA's nest. Before we go to the cliffs though, we stop by the camp, where Mael has not one, but two different nightmares. The first one shows everybody from Lumiere Gomanji, and the two people from the first nightmare, now showing that they were in Expedition 0 since the monolith has 100 for the countdown. For the second, let me just show you.
I envy them.
Whoa.
Those who can't see. Those who know not that they are not.
Those who know not that they are not.
Blithe and free. Sins forgotten. And thus absolved. A fresh dawn in their playground. While we live in shadows. Swimming in ink. We are but a fragile dream. A singular weed. Resisting. Ever resisting. That iron dirt. That eternal law. Those who can't see. Those who know not. That they are not. Do you know? We are fellows. Those who know not. That they are not.
So we arrive at the Stonewave Cliffs Manor door. Some of these doors give consumables, other journals or clothes, but all of them lead back to the manor where we found Mael back in Flying Waters. Or at least the door that was in Flying Waters. No trophy related to this one, just a really cool addition honestly for the lore. And also they got this really nice painting here of the development team. Other than that, we make our way through the cliffs until we reach this area that honestly just started to give off really fucked up vibes. Oh shit. Is this the end of Act 1? Hey, lags. Lags there, bro, they're old. What's that? Oh. Is that a Revenant? Ew, dude. This abomination here is the Landmaster, the final boss of Act 1. It won't be the last time that we see him though, so we won't go over what his deal is right now, since right after beating him and retrieving Flory, Mael and Gustav take a moment of levity to throw a rocket to the ocean, just like they did during the prologue. This doesn't last long however, as Sandfall seems dedicated to not letting us have any happy moments. Oh no. You should not seen him?
Well, you know, like I always say, it's not about the rock. It's more about...
Gustav.
Run.
Yo. Yo, what the f...
Run. Please run.
Oh, fucking hell, dude. Stuff attacks. Oh, I already did that, big boy. I can't. That ain't do nothing. Well, the outfit changed. No.
For those who come after.
Oh,
Right?
dude, chill out. Not him.
No. You promised!
Ah, como Gustav. Como Gustav.
don't mean to minimize it in any way, and it's so cool. Apparently the game is awesome. I'm not a gamer. I have no idea. I haven't played it. My agent asked me if I wanted to go and do a voiceover. I was in the studio for 4 hours, maybe.
Oh, that's why he said that. Breaking free from the pain cage, Mile is approached by the white-haired man. He tries to gaslight her by saying that this is good, actually that her brother was just murdered, and does that thing that the Ancient One did to Doctor Strange. He sends her to this weird realm where we can hear the voice of a man speaking with a woman. They go back and forth saying cryptic things about Mael, with the woman saying that she needs to leave, and the man responding that they'll leave together once this is all over, and sends Mael back to her body. The white-haired man approaches again, this time for a final strike, until he's interrupted by a third, long-haired bearded Frenchman. More cryptic things are said between the stranger and the white-haired man, as the stranger tells Mael to go join her friends, as he'll be handling things from here.
Hey. You alright?
Dude, the soul just came out of her body. What do you mean? Is she alright?
So that's it. You've set us down this path. But are you ready for the consequences?
She'll never paint again.
So are you gonna bring Gustav back, or are we just going he's gonna change the main characters around here? So with Gustav now, we find everyone back at camp mourning his loss. The stranger that saved Mael makes his way to the camp to drop off Gustav's arm and apologize for not saving him. He explains that both he and the white-haired man, Renoir, are from Expedition Zero, and explains that not only have they somehow stopped aging, but are also immune to the Gamage. CL questions why Renoir would turn on his people, and the stranger explains that he simply wants to live forever, as he believes that his immortality is a gift from the Paintress, and that by killing her, they would kill them too. Lune doubts that he doesn't want the same, but he responds that it gets tiring burying everyone you know, which, okay, yeah, understandable. He offers his help in taking down the Paintress, and introduces himself as
Versa.
Taking over as Verso, we now have the opportunity to catch up with Esquier. He actually mentioned Verso back in the nest. This works as our first introduction to their relationship levels. As with Gustav, we can talk to the other expeditioners, and depending on what part of the story we're in, we have the chance to spend more time with them. Every time we do this, we increase their relationship level between Verso and that expeditioner. Now don't get me wrong, the gameplay is great, and it might have actually changed my mind on turn-based games, but for me, the big highlight of this is the story itself, and more importantly, the characters. I really enjoyed these little breaks that we get to talk to them, as each expeditioner is way more complex than they might appear. Also, there's trophies related to each one. The next morning, we find Mael throwing rocks like Gustav used to do while Verso approaches to try to comfort her, something that she's not really in the mood for. She asks him for some time alone, to which he obliges, but not before leaving Gustav's journal that was left in the cliffs. And god damn it, the music does its job in this scene.
Oh fuck, that shit actually got a tear-eyed, man.
With Esquier now having Flory, we have unlocked his ability to swim. This opens up basically the rest of the map, although not quite yet. We take advantage of this to go exploring a little bit, and we find a very concerning sight.
What is that, dude? Fucking Rayquaza over here?
No, not that one. I'm talking about the Gestural Beaches. The Gestrals have set up 5 minigames in beaches around the continent. Once we find and beat them all, we'll be rewarded with the Gestral Games trophy. Here is how the first 2 went.
Gestral Beach? It might be another sublocation.
Oh, this looks like fun. This looks like a waste of time.
Oh. Okay. The water touching my feet is fucking with me. Okay. No! Why doesn't Luna just fly over all this? Grab onto the... Oh, no! And that's it. Oh my god. It's not that big of a... It's not that big of an obstacle course, to be honest. But the controls are just a little bit weird in this game. At least for parkour. Guess how the research reward. Yeah? If you answer my question correctly. If I were a 2-year-old human, at what age would I go mosh? Okay. So this is 33. He turns 3, he turns 30 through 32. No, it had to be like 7 turns 4 is 31. Like so 2 and 33. I think it's 22. Okay, let's do this again. 4 and 31. 9 5 and 30. No. Okay. 8 27. So 2 is 33. 2 and 33. 29, 12, 23, 11, 24. 7, 28, 24, 12, 23. 14, 21. 15, 20. 16, 19. 17. Oh, go fuck yourself. Rafting Volley Club. What should we do here? Displace a British from a passion for volleyball. We will go on the rafts behind me and play volleyball with one of my creations. I captured a few baby gestures.
I'm pressing it!
With the beaches out of the way for now, we make our way to the Stone Cliff Caves. Nothing specifically important in this area, but we do have our first fight as Verso here. Throughout the game, I eventually ended up making him a blitz type damage dealer, just doing as many hits as possible, and good god this man can do damage in the late game. Anyways, he has this system where he charges rank which go from D to S, and for reaching S rank for the first time, we get trophy number 19, Perfection. After clearing that and a little bit more exploring, we stop by the camp for a soul-crushing moment with Mael, and they get back on track by heading over to the Forgotten Battlefield, where Verso introduces the Gradient counter. Not important to the story, I just think they sound really cool. Throughout all this, Mael is still carrying Gustav's arm, and she asks if they can stop to bury him. After a brief discussion, Verso says that he knows of a peaceful place on the way out, so we move along and run into the fading woman. It doesn't say much, but it is the first time seeing her, so I at least wanted to mention it. More on her later. Now at this point, with Gustav's death obviously weighing heavily on her, seeing death all around her and the corpses of past expeditioners, Mael snaps on Verso and CL. In her anger, she asks CL how she can just keep going as if nothing has happened, to which CL can only respond with the expedition their motto, and reiterates that for the sake of those they've lost, they must keep moving. However, as they make their way forward, they get cut off by arguably the biggest aura farmer in the game, Duelist, the boss of the Forgotten Battlefield. This is a defining fight for Mael's character, as when the bridge breaks, the expedition gets dropped into a mass grave of past expeditions. It's through winning this fight that Luna makes it clear to Mael that the reason why they're here at all is to not let the deaths of their comrades be in vain, a feeling she can now appreciate. Making our way out of the cave, right before leaving the battlefield, we find Gustav's perfect final resting place.
RP the real one, man. RP Gustav, man.
I wish we could.
They should have just dipped, man. Fuck! They should have just dipped.
I'll finish what you started.
There we go, Mal. There we fucking go. Yes, ma'am.
They will. I'll save them, Gustav. Emma, your apprentices, everyone.
Come on, Mal.
You can leave it to us.
We could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. The best brother and father I've ever had.
When one falls, we continue.
Thanks for being my family.
Oh, Christ of...
See you in the next life.
It will not be soon. Gustav, goddammit. Ah, shit, this is a great game, dude. Forgotten Battlefield.
Back at camp, the group discussed their next move. Verso states that to kill the Paintress, they'll need to get past the barrier protecting the monolith, and that the only way to do so would be by taking her heart. He reveals that he knows it's in the center of Old Lumiere, the original place that our Lumiere broke from during the fracture. He says that he was with Expedition 58 when they found it, and uses some interesting terminology when explaining what happened to them when they did.
I was with the 58 when we found Old Lumiere. But Renoir erased them before we could get further.
However, before they can go, they need to add it to their firepower. So we keep moving further up north to the snowy area of the continent to recruit the 5th and final expeditioner, Monoko, at Monoko Station. He suggests that Verso befriended and taught how to speak, but they had a falling out about a decade ago. Being the Gestural, his fighting style is a little unusual. See, he has the ability to transform into Nevrons and use their power. All he has to do is take one of their feet.
Aha!
Oh.
He transforms by collecting Nevron feet. Don't ask me how it works. I've never understood.
Boy, it's a freak, huh?
Also his little Noko's father. So after proving ourselves worthy of his help and a little convincing from Verso...
Yeah, what the hell happened?
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
We collect trophy number 21 for recruiting all members of Expedition 33, and for finishing Monoko Station, trophy number 22. Old Lumiere is definitely one of the best areas in the game in my opinion, simply just based off the vibes alone. The city being all apocalyptic with the Solia Affinity greatswords taken from the ground, Eren Jaeger's body in the middle with one of those swords still pierced, I mean it is just... Anyways, we get split up as Monoko tries to show off while clearing out a route. We have Lune's group with Ciel and Monoko, and on the other we have Verso's group with Mael and Noko. We start following Lune's group, where we run into the Fading Man and find another one of Esquia's stones. Lune and Ciel then discuss their mistrust of Verso, and they ask Monoko how he and Verso met.
I don't really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
They agree to ask Verso some questions after they find each other. However, before leaving, Lune finds a journal entry on the ground belonging to Expedition 58, where she reads something that makes her think that Mael is in danger by being with Verso. Checking up on their group, we see them get up from the blast as they make their way to the center of the city to regroup with Lune and the rest. We finally find a use for the key that we got in the prologue, and after a fight with an enemy mob, Verso suddenly disappears, leaving Mael and Noko by themselves. So, taking over as Mael, we keep pushing towards the center of the city, where we find the familiar place, the Manor. As Mael approaches the front door, it slowly opens up to reveal a being resembling the Curator, but as a woman. Suddenly, Verso reappears as he tries to rush inside, saying that he knew she'd opened the door for her, but it gets pushed back as Expedition 33 re-encounters Renoir.
So I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Do it. Do it.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
I knew it.
With one of Verso's secrets now out in the open, we see Lune, Ciel, and Monoko catch up. Lune asks Verso when he was planning to tell her about his relationship to Renoir, revealing that that's what she read in 58's journal. Both Verso and Renoir remind her that now is maybe not the time for that as we get ready to fight him for a second time.
Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
Oh great. I didn't level up. Alright, Renoir. Oh! God, I pressed it like 7 times. Let's go. I get him. I don't know how many times I'm pressing this shit, dude. But I am pressing it. Do this. God damn. Can I do it again? Yeah. I'll do it again.
You can't escape.
And give me rituals.
Should be fighting by my side.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh no! Flare Fury, yeah. Come on. Break. Follow up. Fuck this guy. Let's go! Oh, man, first try, dog. That was not that bad. Is there a phase 2? There's gotta be a phase 2.
No second phase for now, as Renard charges up Chroma into a ball and sends it flying our way. For some reason, Noko is right there next to us instead of chilling safely behind the rock somewhere. A mistake that will cost him his life. Well, at least his current life, since Jestros can be reborn. Enraged, Mael goes up to Renard to try to do anything to hurt him, and in his own frustration over Mael not accepting who she is, strikes at her once more, and once more is stopped by Verso. Mael has another vision like she did back at camp, where time stops for everyone but her. As the door to the manor opens, Alicia reveals herself to be the one who brought her here.
It's Mael, isn't it?
Who are you? Tell me your name.
Is that what the song is saying, Alicia? Am I hearing shit? Did I hear Verso? Are they saying the characters' names? Where did everybody go?
Where did it go?
Old Lumiere.
So now that the family left and took the goddamn manor with them, how the hell are we gonna get to the Paintress's heart? Luna brings up 58's journal, where they also mentioned that Verso thought there was another way to break the barrier without destroying the Paintress's heart. And how? Well, the curator can make a weapon strong enough to break the barrier, but he needs way more chroma than we can gather from just beating the Nevron mobs. The only way to get enough would be by getting the hearts of 2 of the remaining 3 Axons. We won't dive yet into what exactly they are, but we have seen one before. Or at least the body of one back in Old Lumiere. We take a moment to talk to everyone and unlock our first grading attack for Verso, more of which we can unlock by raising their relationship level with them. We also get a special cutscene with Mael, where she correctly guesses that Alicia is Verso's sister who got trapped in a fire. This is the reason for the burn scars on Alicia, and also why she can't speak, as the fire damaged her throat. As the expedition continues, we collect trophy number 24 for reaching level 33, and we arrive in Sirene for the first Axon. This is without a doubt my favorite area of the game. Not because of the enemies or even the boss fight itself, but just the atmosphere alone is so enchanting. See for yourself.
Is she the Axon?
Who the hell are all these people? What the fuck?
Sirene, she who plays with wonder.
What?
Be careful. They call her she who plays with wonder. But what she really does is play with your head.
Let's move fast before we all lose our minds.
I honestly adore how this is set up, where the closer you get to Sirene, the louder her singing becomes, to the point that by the time you're directly in front of her, all you hear is her a cappella. Sirene isn't outwardly hostile at the start, instead continuing to do her little dance to try to entrance the expeditioners again. Only this time she shows them the people that they miss the most. Well, Leafa was shown to Luna and CL for later, since it ties into their backstory. However, for Mael, it's pretty obvious who is shown to her.
Gustav? No.
Monoko is shown Noko, while Verso is the only one that's not charmed. Sirene notices this as she cancels her illusions, preparing for a fight.
Come on, Verso. Come on, Verso. Come on! Sirene.
Careful, Mael.
Dances with the Glissandos. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh! Oh! Sword Ballet. Come on. This dance becomes frantic.
I'm ready.
The Grand Ballet Hints? Oh my god. What are you doing? Oh my.
Ready to relate.
What the hell is all this? Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go!
Finishing phase 2, we're not exactly done, as Sirene increases her spiritual pressure and mobilizing everybody but Lune. I wasn't really sure why Lune is able to break free from Sirene's charm, but after getting opinions from people online, most seem to agree that it's because Lune is a more focused and calculated person, so emotionally manipulating her is tougher than most. She gets carried up by Sirene and she charges up a Kamehameha and deals the final blow, giving us Sirene's heart and trophy number 25.
Let's go. First Axon. I don't know, the motherfucker looks crazy. What is that?
With one Axon heart down, we make our way to Visage for the next one. Once we arrive, we're greeted by the Mask Keeper, who gives us the option of taking the straightforward path towards Visage, or choose an alternative path to make the fight easier. Or so he says. So we clear the other paths, each representing one of 3 emotions in joy, sorrow, and rage, and make our stand against Visage. Except, he's not the real Axon. After depleting his health bar, the Titan falls to his death, only for the screen to fade to black. Out of the shadows, once more, is the Mask Keeper. We'll see a feature of the Axons being the titles given to them, with Visages being he who guards truth with lies. So just live it up to the name, I guess.
That wasn't the Axon. This guy's the Axon.
So badly to
yeah, no, this guy's the Axon.
What's behind the mask? Front, back, recto, verso. Great art is both window and mirror. Whether it's your mask or theirs.
Oh my god. Yeah, this guy's got aura.
He's the real Axon.
Okay. Well. Fuck me sideways.
Again.
Huh?
Not impressed.
Okay. I gotta explain. Rank S on break. Yeah. We'll do this. 1, 2. God damn the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, he's dead. God damn, dude, this Mael build is nuts, dude.
Just like with Sirene, the final blow is not dealt during the fight itself, as after depleting his health bar, he summons a whirlwind of masks, incapacitating all of the expeditioners except for Ciel. And Monoko, but that's because his face is already a mask. While not directly tying to her backstory like Sirene was for Lune's, knowing Ciel's helps us understand why she was able to be unaffected by the masks, so we'll go ahead and just leave that explanation for a little later. She rips the mask off the Axon for the finisher as we collect his heart and trophy number 26.
No, it's verso, wasn't it?
What?
Renoir.
What? Wait. 37% done, chat. Let's go.
With both Axon hearts collected, we head back to the camp to meet with the Curator. He does this thing while Mael has another vision and hands us the weapon that took Verso decades to get, the Barrier Breaker. To celebrate being this close to the end, Ciel reveals one of Verso's secrets. The man was hiding wine inside of Esquier.
I'm sorry, Verso.
Verso isn't really feeling up to it, so he excuses himself and goes to sulk while looking at the monolith. And it's then that he's visited by Alicia, his sister. She hands him a letter which he stores for later and tries to have a nice moment with her. Until Renoir's whole ass pulls up.
You embrace her. Yet you're condemning her to die. Do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other.
Wait, does destroying the Pinterest like destroy everything?
Is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
Oh, fuck, dude.
May everything be decided before their very eyes. Between the bars of their prison. In the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
Shadow of the monolith. Oh, dude, this is gonna be... It's gonna be so good. Oh, I can't wait, chat.
After all this time, 27 trophies later, we have reached the monolith. But we can't hit shit.
Level 5.
So it turns out that the big woman writing down the numbers is actually not the paintress. It's the woman curator from back at the manor. She puts the expedition in the same monochrome realm that Mahal was taken to during her visits from Alicia and Renoir, and then proceeds to light their heads on fire. Verso, being spared from this along with Monoko, proceeds to embrace Mahal before being engulfed in flames himself. This only lasts for a few seconds as the filter goes away, revealing that it was all an illusion. While the expeditioners try to collect themselves, the paintress walks away through a portal, leaving it open behind her. And although she invites us inside the monolith, it is not going to be a straightforward path. But I fuck with it. The monolith is set up to be a closer to the story, and as such, passing through it will take us through the most important areas, each with their respective enemy type, a boss from the area, and the boss fight with either Clair or Obscur, or in the case of Tainted Lumiere, Clair Obscur. We take them down one by one until we eventually reach the top, where we find Renoir for the third and final time.
We're taking her down.
She's not the only one who grieves. The pain of losing you, she made me inherit it. I refuse to lose my son.
That son was a stranger.
But you're not.
I'm tired.
Where's your Verso?
So trust me.
Your fucking hands off me.
By your family.
Family is complicated.
Oh, we're not scrapping?
Saving you means losing you. Then so be it.
We only need to incapacitate him.
We'll find a way to kill him.
It still pops.
By now, we're already used to fighting Renoir, so getting through his first phase was nothing too bad. However, he's never done this bullshit. After clearing both phases, he scolds Verso for choosing the expeditioners over his family, for the first time mentioning his mother and sister and revealing his family name. Before he can finish whatever he was about to do to us, Renoir gets interrupted by the curator, who casually walks in. Renoir tries to talk him out of helping the expeditioners, mentioning that destroying it won't bring his wife back. Without saying a word, the curator walks over to Mael and guides her back to Gustav's killer, finally avenging her brother's death.
I love them too.
Having cleared the inside of the monolith, we can finally make our way to the top and confront the paintress. She turns around and seems to recognize Verso, and mistakes Mael for her deceased daughter, Alicia, the last piece that we need to confirm Verso's identity as the paintress's son. The paintress then tries to take Verso's hand, telling him it's time to go home, to which he objects, instead saying that she's the one that needs to go. This only angers her, saying that Mael and Verso are his creations, as we get ready for the battle to decide Lumiere's fate.
This is what we created the expeditions for.
Tomorrow comes.
Now, the paintress fight is by far the hardest boss fight up to this point in my opinion, and it does live up to the hype and spectacle. With her constant grading attacks, hurtful quotes every so often, and summoning the woman in the chair for the second phase, this fight is simply cinema.
It's so fucking cool, dude.
Now, while most boss fights have faked us out with the third phase, this one actually delivers on that build-up. Kinda.
Is it over?
Dude, there's a phase 3.
No, we're not done yet.
On me.
What?
The dance begins.
Why am I tearing up at the club right now? Okay. Okay. We gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Through the tears, we deal the final blow using Mael's new skill that we unlock by writing in the journal, Gustav's Homage. The paintress uses the last of her strength to approach Verso, where he helps her lie down, comforting her in her final moments. As Mael prepares her Hakai, the paintress turns to her, whispering her final word.
Going, see that?
As the numbers get wiped from the monolith, Monoko tells the group that they are all free, and Mael, in her disbelief, asks if this is all real. Ciel gets her up as she and Luna get Mael to plant the flag of Expedition 33, the final expedition. The group all ride aboard Eski as they make their way back home to Lumiere, and we get trophy number 28 for defeating the Paintress. As Expedition 33 land, we see the population there waiting to welcome their saviors. The kids get to see literal fantasy creatures in real life in Monoko and Eskie. Luna is welcomed by her classmates, Ciel by her students, and Mael, well, she has the unfortunate job of relaying the news of Gustav to his sister and his apprentices. And then there's Verso, making his way to the harbor. He takes a seat with a perfect view out to the monolith as he begins to read the letter handed to him by Alicia. Through it, she tells her brother that she's tired of the conflicts between their families, and that whether he gives Mael this letter is ultimately up to him. Either way, she's at peace with what's to come. Now, throughout the entirety of Expedition 33, clear hints have been dropped throughout the dialogue, letting us know that there's something bigger going on behind the scenes. And now, addressing Mael, Alicia reminds her of those secrets.
Mael, it's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be. Not this painted version that I am. My family, a facsimile of yours. And this world, a mirror, painted by your mother, the paintress. To stave off her grief, seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us, the one who invokes the flowers of the Gomash. An act of love, for he does love her. Your father. On her monolith, She paints a warning for us all, of the few she can save as her power wanes.
What?
Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death. What will you paint?
Yo. Jesus. Fuck. What the fuck just happened? So we wake up back in Monolith Year 49 in the real manor as Mael, government name, Alicia. We follow the voice of Clair, Alicia's unreasonably hot sister, to a room where we see their parents, Renoir and Aline, in this trance-like state with goo covering their eyes. Time for another lore dump. Throughout this conversation, Clair reveals that their family is part of a group called the Painters, that from what we can gather are people with the special ability to create fictional worlds in the canvases of their paintings, worlds that they can actually go into. However, going in for too long can mess with your head, which is Renoir's fear regarding his wife, Aline. Clair says that she only wishes that Renoir would win their conflict soon, since they need him out in the real world for a war that's happening with another group called the Riders. What did they do with the writing? Okay, fine now. For some reason, Alicia thought that she could trust the Riders, and through this misplaced trust, the Riders got the chance to set the manor on fire. A fire that not only disfigured her, but also killed her brother, the real Versa. This whole canvas, the Lumiere, the expeditions, Gustav, it's all fake. Part of a fictional world painted by Verso as a child. A world that as an artist, he poured a part of his soul into. A world that now traps a grieving mother and her frenzied attempt to keep it alive. The fracture that broke apart the continent is the result of a fight between Renoir and Aline, one which trapped her in the monolith and sealed him beneath it. Aline went in there to grief after Verso's death, and having been there too long, Renoir went after her to get her out before she fully lost herself. After beating the Paintress in the present day, successfully casting out Aline, he was able to break free, leading to the Gommage and his plans to destroy the canvas. A final attempt by a desperate father to reunite his family in the real world. Back in the cutscene with the real Renoir in prison somewhere in the canvas, Clair asks Alicia to go back and help him in order to get them both out as soon as possible. We see as they get to a seemingly large but dark and empty room with only Verso's canvas being lit. Clair commends Alicia for choosing a clever hiding spot for it, although saying that their mom will still find it. She tells her sister that the only way for this to truly end is to destroy the canvas, stopping the last sliver of Verso's soul from painting, as Alicia stretches her hand to enter. Aline's chroma ends up overtaking her in the process of entering, however, as Alicia gets repainted as one of her mother's creations, leading us to the origins of Mael.
Alicia repaints herself as Mael after gommaging, having recovered her memories, and heads to speak to Verso. He apologizes for not helping her remember, and she apologizes for causing everything in the first place. He insists that it's better for the painting to be destroyed, as staying in a make-believe world is only hurting the real family outside. Mael says that to her, they're still real, and that she can convince her father, the real Renoir, to not destroy the canvas. Doubtful as he is, Verso tags along. Renoir's main worry is that Aline has been in the canvas for too long, and that in her grief for losing Verso, she won't be able to not be in this canvas. Mael says that since they hit the canvas, there's no risk of Aline coming back to the painting, and that Renoir's soft spot for her will make him repaint everyone back, at least so she can stay for a little while longer. Now will it work? Well, Mael and Verso make their way to the center of Lumiere, where the curator is waiting for them, revealing himself to be the real Renoir. After embracing his daughter, he then turns to the painted version of his son to apologize on behalf of his family, saying that this whole thing was more unfair to him than to anybody. What can he do to make up for this?
In their moments, all you'll be feeling is oblivion!
Yeah, he's just gonna destroy the canvas. He says that is maybe what this Verso wants too, while telling Mael that she's already been in the canvas for too long, and might soon end up like Aline, or worse. Mael tries to convince her father to not go through with this, as he prepares for the end.
Alicia!
No, Mum. I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again!
Oh my god, dude. Oh, so it's done. No. You can stop it? She's bringing everybody back. She's bringing everybody back. Yes!
Come on, bring the back, bring the back, bring the back.
Oh my god, these are the legendaries, dude.
Painting isn't about verisimilitude, it's about essence. Remember them. Truth of who they are.
My goats. My fucking goats, dude.
With Ciel and Luna now back, Mael takes a moment to explain everything to them now that she remembers. Obviously, since she didn't know, they don't place any blame on her. Verso, however...
And you knew this whole time! You fucking coward! You betrayed us!
Yeah, they're kinda pissed. After settling down, the group make plans to get more firepower. However, before heading off, we speak with everybody again in order to apologize. And Ciel actually does forgive Verso, with one condition that we'll get to in a bit. Luna just goes from mad to less mad. The conversation with Mael is the most important though. Verso is still holding on to the idea that the best path is to let Renoir destroy the canvas, saying that they're all doing the same thing. Aline wants her son back, Renoir wants you and Aline back, you want Gustav back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage, it's your family's cycle of grief. Now, this quote right here reveals one of the two main themes that we see for this third act. Now while I personally do like it now, I do have to admit that I was not such a huge fan at the beginning. I'll explain more at the end. For now though, Expedition 33 will sail on the greatest expedition in history, gathering the chroma of their past fallen to take on Renoir in their hometown of Lumiere, and save the canvas from complete annihilation. Before that though, I do have to introduce this. This handy dandy pickles here, which we got for defeating the Paintress, is called Painted Power, and it removes the damage cap of 9,999. At least for the first two acts, it is understandable, but also very ridiculous, the amount of damage that we are leaving on the table. Wow.
Careful, Mael.
249,000. What?
That's a quarter of the Paintress's health gone in one counter. Still not at the nuke level that I was mentioning earlier, but for now, we move. To get to know each other better, Ciel and Verso agree to share stories about each other. Of course, not really knowing anything about each other at this point, they don't share anything juicy, spill the tea if you will. On the second meeting, however, Ciel touches on a topic that was briefly mentioned back in the prologue, and it's that of antinatalism. Sophie brought it up back in the harbor when speaking with one of the people at the booths. She loves children so much that the best thing she can do for them is to not have them. Obviously, this is something that Gustav disagreed with, as it led to their breakup. It doesn't come up later in the story, but I do appreciate Sanfal for including this in the game, as it's the complete antithesis to the first two acts message. However, it doesn't seem like Ciel feels the same, and it's more using it as a smokescreen. Or what? Well, we're not there yet. Anyways, her story ties in with Visage, given the cutscene where we beat the Mask Keeper. This is personally how I read it, so definitely let me know in the comments down below if this is how y'all did as well. But her not accepting the mask just fits with her personality. She's very accepting of the situation that she's in and always sees the positive in moments in people, so she has no need to lie. Which makes perfect sense that she dealt the final blow to he who guards truth with lies. I mean, she forgave Verso almost instantly after being brought back. There is a reason for it though. See, she admits that her and Death have walked a long road together, even calling it a friend who will welcome her home. She admits to Verso that back in Lumiere she was married to a member of one of the Outdome teams, Pierre, who passed away in an accident 6 years ago. His death being too much for her at the time, she attempted to drown herself by swimming out as far as she could. However, after passing out from the exhaustion, she woke up in the docks of Lumiere. And if things were not already awful, the hospital that she got checked at let her know that she was pregnant, but that she lost a baby. This is actually the reason why she doesn't like water, something that Verso is helping her get over. So Ciel, once a farmer, turned into a school teacher in order to honor her late husband's work. I mean, who would all that research before if not for the next generation? Verso makes the promise to help Mael repaint Pierre, and with that, we wrap up trophy number 30, Ciel.
That shouldn't even be a question.
Luna starts off a lot more apprehensive than Ciel. With each conversation with Verso though, the layers do start peeling. Being raised by scientists, she starts off being more interested in Verso's existence, I guess? We learn that they put a lot of pressure on her, seeing her as their legacy when it comes to solving the mystery of the Paintress. So being pelted with this mentality of only results matter from childhood, she isn't exactly the most open to, well, opening up. Starting off with bits and pieces of their families, they eventually reveal to each other their passion for music, something that Luna's parents try to get her away from as they considered it too frivolous. If you recall her first appearance in the prologue, the first thing we actually see her doing is playing music. She agrees to Verso's proposal of making music together, and after a few conversations, she asks Verso if he ever traveled with Expedition 46, her parents' expedition. Verso says that he didn't, but has come across their trail, close to Sirene's Island. So now with SKA's flying ability, we make another trip back to Sirene where we fight the Alaskan bullworm and find Expedition 46's journal, showing that even in their final breath, Luna feels like they cursed her with an impossible responsibility, even though she eventually did prove them right. Verso's point of view is a little more optimistic though, saying that it just shows how much faith they had in her. With this new perspective and Verso's advice of following your own voice, Luna starts to write her own song. She takes up Verso's offer to make a song together and asks if he'd be down to compose one with her.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah, sure, that's what the fuck I'm gonna choose. Get the fuck out.
Sure.
We'll get back to the story itself, but we do have to at least talk about the damage again. Let me introduce the most broken skill in the game, Mael Stendhal. Take for example our good friend Sprong, who we challenged back in Act 2.
What's going on with you, brother? Sprong. Okay, I'm just way too low level for this. Alright.
And here he is after unlocking Stendhal.
Let's see how much this is gonna do. How much damage is it gonna do? 600k. Okay. Oh my god. Sprong, let's go.
After beating Sprong, we end up getting what's in my opinion the best pick dose, Cheater, which lets us play twice in a row. So from now on, the game plan is this. Shoot it with Mael to apply burn and hopefully mark, go to Virtuoso Stance which gives us 200% damage, and now with Cheater, immediately Stendhal for a 2-turn dub. So now with Mael having the power of destruction at her disposal, we start to clean up a little bit more efficiently. Starting with this big ass baton.
Oh, let's go. Oh, wow. Be the chromatic baton. Oh, that's a chromatic one? Or did I not read that?
While exploring, we also get the chance to finish out the Nevron quest, and we meet a particular one that reveals more about Clair and the canvas in general. Our boy Blanche tells us that it was Clair, the mistress, who created the Nevrons in order to hoard the chroma in the canvas. The white Nevrons are incomplete, so Blanche was tasked with erasing them, seeing as Clair thought of them as being evidence of her mistakes. We'll talk about Clair more in a little bit, but for now let's go ahead and collect trophy number 34. And while we're out and about in the continent, let's go ahead and finish out the Gestural games.
The most fiendish challenge of them all. What is this place? We call it Gestural Ascension. If you reach the top, they will most likely welcome you as a hero and offer you their ultimate gestural reward. It's about to be some bullshit, isn't it, dude? Nice. Nice. Okay. Ah! It looked like it was just kind of like random shit. Just random shit up here. No! No! Let's go, man. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There's gotta be some sort of shortcut here, right? I hate racing, dude. I hate this shit so much. Oh! I'm fucked. What took me so long right there? Oh! I have to go on the one on the right. I have to go on the one on the right. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Here, yep. Let's go. Oh no. Oh, I see what's going on here. How am I supposed to do this shit fast, man? What am I supposed to do there, man? Come on. Dude, I'm telling him to fucking go. Why wouldn't it go? Why would I reach the stop? Why wouldn't it go? How many times did I get there, bro? Oh my god, dude. Don't ever ask me to do this shit again. Second. Expedition 60. They said they would never wear any clothes, okay? That's it. Win all the Gestural games. Let's go.
After catching up on some of the general trophies, we decided to go ahead and finish out the rest of the questlines. Now, before we beat the patrons and started the apocalypse, Miles' relationship scenes revolved around her origin in the canvas. Of course, with the context that we have now, we can understand why she was so alone. The way I see it, Gustave is supposed to be a painted mix of both Renoir and Verso, which is why she had that line about not knowing whether he was her father or brother, but felt like both. After the gommage though, Miles finds the letter from Alicia and asks Verso where she is so that they can see her. He hesitates at first given that his plan was essentially to erase her from existence, so he thinks that she's mad at him, but is then convinced. He reveals that she's with the third Axon, the Reacher. As they arrive, Miles reveals that the Axons are Renoir's creations, parables for the Descender family. Sirene, she who plays with the Wonder, representing Aline, his wife. Visage, he who guards truth with lies, representing Verso, his deceased son. And now Reacher, she who grasps the sky, representing Alicia, his youngest daughter. I originally thought that the dead Axon back in Lumiere was supposed to be a representation of Renoir himself, but after going through a lot of Reddit threads and YouTube videos, I now see that it's actually supposed to be Clair. We'll briefly touch upon that later on, but for more in-depth analysis on the Axons, I highly recommend this video by the Lorebrarians. Anyways, as we make our way to the top of the mountain, we run into a variant of the enemy types that we see here. While every other Orphelin is trying to catch up to the Reacher in order to tear her down, this one is the only one building and creating. This little guy is supposed to represent Renoir, the only one without an actual Axon counterpart. Mel starts to go on about how Clair is so accomplished and perfect, being her father's favorite, and how Verso and Renoir got along so well. Before she can talk negatively about herself though, Verso interrupts. Since he was painted with the real Verso's memories, he knows the truth about how Renoir felt about her.
And then there's you, the actual favorite. The one he calls his hidden star, but who's too shy and self-conscious to see it.
Yet here I am, messing things up even more.
Look around. He just wants you to fly.
So we make our way further up, beating a few mobs along the way, unlocking trophy number 36 for reaching level 66, preparing us for the fight ahead. Arriving at the top of the mountain, we find Alicia penning the Axon. Verso approaches her and hands her back her letter, which she takes and deliberately drops. As he said before, she's not really in the mood to see him. As he walks away, Alicia stops time once more, only leaving her and Mael to still move around. Mael picks up Alicia's mask, confirming with her that Aline, their mother, blames them for Verso's death. Mael says that it's not fair that Aline has done that to her, as Alicia guides her inside of the Reacher where the real Axon resides. Without saying a word, Alicia offers to spar, which honestly did not take long.
Unless she absorbs.
Before we meet back outside with the rest of the expedition. She restarts time and faces Alicia for her final offer.
We both deserve to fly. Let me give you a new beginning.
Mael!
After the erasure of his sister, Verso is understandably upset. Mael approaches him to understand why, and he tells her that he should have at least had the chance to talk to her, let alone say goodbye. Although she doesn't apologize for gouging Alicia, she does say sorry for not giving him that chance. He understands her reason, however, and does end up forgiving her. For the last conversation that they have for the relationship level, a lot is actually revealed about the three siblings. Mael asks Verso if Clair ever visited the canvas, and he responds that yes, 3 times actually. Once during Expedition 0 when she threatened to kill everyone if they didn't turn around at the barrier, the second a few years later when she tried to recruit him, and the last time was 16 years ago when she asked him to keep an eye on her little sister. Yeah, Verso has been going back to Lumiere every once in a while to watch over Mael. He also reveals that it was he that saved her back at the beach when they arrived, but that there were too many expeditioners for him to save them all. However, back at the cliff, he could have saved Gustav, but didn't, fearing that she would refuse to send her mom home if Gustav was still around. Mael doesn't explicitly say that she forgives Verso, but she at least thanks him for telling her the truth. As they look over at the monolith, they get the idea to repaint it as we reach level 7 for Mael, and for being honest with her, get trophy 37. Also, we unlock a level 3 grading attack with this and get trophy number 38 for using it.
Oh. I kind of just want to see it.
Get out of this campus.
Promo proficiency. Oh.
Monoko's and SK's stories are a little bit more straightforward. Having been painted by the real Verso, they both represent important parts of his life as a child. The reason why SKA is into things like hugs and napping is because he's based on Verso's stuffed animal. And the reason why Monoko was basically fated to become best friends with Painted Verso is because he's based on the family dog, Monoko. We actually see a picture of him in a manor and his little room that's hidden behind this painting. For his questline, we head over to the Gestural River to revive Noko. In order not to overpopulate, Golgra makes every Gestural wait in the queue for revival. Also, she thinks the baby Gestrals are annoying. We don't have time for that shit, so Monoko challenges her to a fisticuffs.
Do I have to participate? Please help me.
She eventually lets us revive Noko, but he's lost his memories of us, so Golgra takes him back to the Gestral village in order to keep him safe. Monoko is more angry than saddened by this. Not just because of Noko's memories, but how Golgra is handling the Gestral River in general. He said that Verso gave them the gift of the Jester River because he wanted them to experience new beginnings. Even with that though, even knowing what the consequence of helping Painted Verso is, he does it because he's still loyal, either by nature or that's just how he was painted.
My friend.
Verso gave us many new beginnings. He would have wanted a new beginning for you too. You deserve a new beginning. If you want one.
This game has literally just put like everything that I actually believe in like into a thing. Yep, everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves the chance at a second chance.
They share a little snuggle and we collect trophy number 39. For Esquier, we travel back to his nest for his last rock, Fury. We talk with Francois.
I guess we're squabbling now.
Where he hands us the rock.
How did you do that?
In a trade for one that resembles him playing with Clair, giving us trophy number 40 for collecting all of Esquier's rocks. Now, just like with Mael, there is an extra scene that I honestly just can't not mention. If you remember back during Cio's story, she reveals that she somehow woke up at the Lumiere docks after trying to drown herself. The last thing she remembers being exhaustion. It turns out that it was actually Esquier who saved her, who heard her cries and went to help. So after this wholesome moment, we finish out the story with one last conversation with Verso and collect the last relationship trophy for Esquier.
Hey, another one.
With everybody's questline completed, we can finally head off for the Endless Tower. This used to be the place where Clair and Verso painted when they were children, and they created this place specifically as a challenge named the Gauntlet. In it we find the Fading Woman from the Forgotten Battlefield, and now we can finally explain what the Fading family is. I love Sandfall for this. You know that metaphor of pouring your soul into your art? Well, the Fading family are fragments of the Dishonor family souls, at least the ones that have stayed for too long. Through this conversation, it becomes clear that the Fading Woman is a fragment of Clair, as she tells Mael that she did not expect her to be able to beat Aline, but that she's grateful since she needs Renor free for the war outside. But while he's doing his thing trying to get Aline out, Mael should try the Gauntlet. In total, it takes us about 5.5 hours to get through all 33 tower floors, where we fight pretty much every enemy type, even bosses. Floor 32 is a rematch versus the Lampmaster, and the 33rd floor is a fight against the Curator and the Paintress at the same time. Which does make sense that Clair would want to draw her parents together, even naming them Pain and Love. So after clearing the tower, we're rewarded with trophy number 32 and speak with Clair once more. She tells Mael not to get sucked into their parents' BS, and to keep growing and maturing the way she has while on the canvas. This is why Renor represented Clair as the Axon carrying the city on her back. While he and his wife are fighting in the canvas, she's in the real world holding everything down, including the conflict with the riders. In Clair's mind, Elisa went into the canvas as a scared girl with no confidence to protect herself. But after seeing her clear the gauntlet, she has nothing but pride for her little sister, who she loves dearly. From afar. So after getting absolutely cracked at the tower, we use the spoils to level up Brularum to its max for trophy 43. And with it, we fight the big snake in the sky for trophy 44. Before heading off to the final battle, we end up finding Renor's drafts, the place where he'd been trapped for 67 years. In here, we do get a bit more backstory through another encounter with the Fading Man, who through this conversation we can conclude is a fragment of Renor. His point of view on art and what it means to him and Aline, falling in love with the process of creation itself. I mean, shit man, Sandfall has done an incredible job with the writing for these characters. Now, while this era does hold some tough mobs, there is one fight that everybody ends up dreading. A fight that, for good reason, is hidden deep beneath the ocean of the continent. Something so powerful that has been sealed away for almost 100 years. So overwhelming that it's locked deep, deep below even Renor himself.
They even got a cutscene. It's gotta be Simon. It's gotta be Simon. What?
These swords. They look like the ones in old Lumiere.
Ah, so he's the one who felled the Axon.
Simon.
Yeah. Fuck.
You know him.
He's an old friend of mine. We joined Expedition Zero together. He disappeared and I thought... Looks like you met Clair.
Oh my god.
I'll lay you to rest. My friend.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm ready for, I don't know if I'm ready for this chat.
to Stendhal later.
My love, these foes
Okay.
are beneath you.
Fuck me.
Who have fought heaven and earth and subdued giants. To find me, to free me from her grasp. Would you fall now to the likes of them? While your oath remains unfulfilled, rise. Your enemies await.
Oh, that is so sick. Please get away from me. Nice. It's fine. Okay, you know what? It's fine if it's on Mile.
Take cover.
The dead. Getting the fuck up out of there, we headed back to where it all started, in Lumiere. Now, this game has had a lot of hype moments, but this one is definitely one of the ones. What? Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, let's go, dude. Come on.
Tomorrow comes.
Hey! Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. Let's go. Now, alongside having one of the hypest scenes, in general, this is one of the best looking areas. We're basically going back through the areas of the prologue, sometimes even retracing the steps that we took as Gustav as shit keeps blowing up in the background. We fight through mobs of creations, aberrations, and even the repainted bodies of would-be expeditioners. Regardless, no matter what he throws at us, we make it to Renoir himself. Mile tries to get through to her father one last time, trying to convince him that she can only have a future inside of the canvas, and that destroying the last piece of Verso's soul is the wrong thing to do. Renoir, refusing to give up on his daughter, says that he's had enough and demands that she stop. Of course, no 16-year-old listens to their parents, so we have our true final fight versus the curator, Renoir. Thanks to us going to the Yanis Tower before we were really supposed to, we ended up a little lower level for this last fight. I know he's supposed to summon the Axons for this, but given that we one-shot the first phase, all we got was a second cutscene. Far from disappointing though, as Celine breaks through her husband's domain expansion, where she retakes her form as the big paintress to fight Sirene.
Fucking kaiju fight, dude? Are you shitting me?
Eventually we do end up beating Renoir, where he pleads with Mael to be reasonable. Trying to show her how bad it can be when you spend too long on the canvas, he shows the expedition a tragic peek at Aline's situation, one of a broken mother, and tells his daughter that he cannot lose her too. Mael, still steadfast in her desires, insists on staying for a little bit longer, saying that the canvas cannot be destroyed as she can't lose her friends either, and says that destroying it won't fix their family. Seeing that he will never get through to his daughter, who seemingly has lost all will to live in the real world, Renoir exits the canvas hoping that she will find peace, almost as if it were a final goodbye. However, she's not the only Dissandro child present. Verso, approaching the portal, looks at the state of his mom and makes an executive decision by stepping through it, giving us trophy number 45, The End. Coming out the other side, Verso comes face to face with the final and most important member of the fading family, the Faceless Boy, the last fragment of the real Verso soul. He asks the boy if he's tired of painting, confessing that he's tired too. Miles steps through the portal, telling Verso that it's too dangerous for him to be out here. And here is where the story of Expedition 33 culminates. Every theme, every character revelation and development, it's all settled here in a final discussion between the two siblings. Verso insists on Mael needing to leave as she still has a life worth living outside the canvas, something that she intensely disagrees with. He quotes Renoir, "Life keeps forcing cruel choices," as he reaches for the Faceless Boy one last time.
It's time to stop painting.
Fuck.
Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Don't make me fight him. Don't make me fight him, bro, please.
I'm sorry.
No, dude. Stop, 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 stop. Decide the fate of the canvas. Oh, dude. Yeah, we fight as Mal. We fight as Mal. The canvas must live. Lune must live. Oh no, Verso. No, he's. Oh, we're about to cook. Gustav Samash. I have to. Our drafts collide. Alright, dude, what the hell's about to happen here, man?
Please. Thank you. Stop him from painting.
Don't say that. Please.
Please, listen to me. Only you can do this. You can do this, please. Unpaint me.
Oh, Jesus,
Unpaint me.
man.
Please. I don't want this life.
Stop saying that.
I don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
Help me. Help me.
Is he going back inside the canvas? He's gonna be repainted. Holy shit.
If you could grow old, would you find a reason to smile?
Epilogue. A life to paint. Dude. Oh my god. Is it gonna be another Verso? Maybe that's what that question was for him? Maybe she repainted him with the memories? Nah, that would be... Would that be cruel? I feel like that would be cruel. I don't think it's time to be slapping your stomach right now, SK. Is that one of Gustav's? That's a grown-ass man. No. Oh, that's her husband. Did she repaint Verso as her little brother? Stop! But she'll know that it's fake. I didn't even think about that. Oh no, it's Verso. And he's older. Yeah. That was a bad ending. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can get the other ending. Vice versa. Wait, no, she's not gonna come on. She's...
Don't do this. Don't leave me again.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want. I will miss you guys.
Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck, man.
It's okay. It's versa.
This was definitely the better ending. A life to love.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent dans le creux de nos mains, où le chagrin s'efface, l'autre nu et réel, où notre deuil prend place dans l'étreinte du destin.
Well.
Les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
I mean, good God Almighty.
Clair obscur, œuvres infinies. Chaque pas
1905.
trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain,
Yeah, they could finally move on as a family. What the fuck was I thinking? That was 110% the better ending, dude. 1000% the better ending. So I might have fucked up the first time. Versus ending is definitely the one that I would say is the canonical ending. Mostly because the other one makes me really anxious, but regardless, we're still not done. As we pick things back up in Lumiere, we finish Sastro's favor by finding all of the lost Gestrels and collecting all of Monoko's feet for the Foot Collection trophy. Let's go. 82%. We also managed to find all of the manor doors, where we locate the last music record in this hidden area for Trophy 48, Connoisseur. For the next two trophies, we just had to place CL and Monoko a special way, just like we had to for all the other expeditioners. Pretty easy grab for trophy number 49, maximization for CL, and 50 for Monoko's wheel control. Now for the final stretch, the boss fights. Expedition 33 has a total of 3 optional boss fights meant for the game post-story. But what's more interesting to me is that they all reveal more about Clair's character. So throughout the continent we can find 3 workshops, each one with a path leading to a sculpture of the Lampmaster. On our way to the sculpture though, on each path we can speak with the Fading Boy, the remnant of Verse of Soul. He indirectly tells us that the Lampmaster was created by Clair in what seems to be not just another attempt at tough love, but also genuine jealousy. But for this one, we do take on the Lampmaster for a 3rd time for the
Noir et Blanc
trophy, freeing Verso from his nightmares. Now technically, every member of the Descender family has 2 painted counterparts, the Painted family by Aline and the Axons by Renoir. And Clair absolutely hated both of her parents' representations of her. So what did she do? Well, before the fracture, Painted Clair fell in love with somebody who we've met before, Simon. They had their thing going until the real Clair pulled up after the fracture to paint over her mother's representation of her, something that can only be done by the best of painters. With this, she created what the Nevrons called the Mistress, as she cursed her painted self to forever create and watch over the Nevrons, a mindless machine trapped in the Flying Manor. And this leads the real Clair to infiltrate the canvas as her painted self, as she manipulates Simon, granting him the power to defeat an Axon. With the buff that he got for beating the Hauler, she then sends him to the Monolith, where he comes into contact with the Paintress. Now by this point, Simon's mind is already clearing out from Clair's influence, and Aline tells him that the only way to rescue the painted version of her daughter is to head to the bottom of the Monolith, where he needs to defeat Renoir to save the canvas. It's unclear if he even got the chance to fight him, but what we do know is that Renoir was somehow able to break Simon's mind. The theory that I like the most is that he tried to paint over him, but since he's not as skilled a painter as Clair, it ended up just being psychological torture for Simon, which is why we find him almost mindless in the drafts, 0 thoughts, other than his shorty. So for the very final stretch, we head on over first to the Flying Manor, where Painted Clair frees herself from the prison, farming Renoir's drafts until we hit level 99, and then back into the Abyss to finally put Simon to rest. Let me get the journal right behind you, big bro. Gotta do like less than 5 million, right? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Long combo. Ooh. Okay. Kinda getting the hang of it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. God damn, Verso. 4.6 million. I'm sorry, brother. You're doing what now? Too much.
Get out of this campus.
Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Mark. Let's go. He's still stunned. Oh. Never mind. Wait, he's still stunned that he did that? It's over. It's over. That's it. Let's go beat Simon. Let me see it. Oh, we need the journal. After we land the final blow, it seems like Simon momentarily regains his sanity, and before he gomages, he hands Verso the Sword of Lumiere, Somoso. With the final boss of this playthrough now defeated, we clear a path to collect Simon's journal to complete trophy number 55, follow the trail, and finally cap this journey off with Expedition 33's Platinum, trophy number 56, the greatest expedition in history. Sandfall Interactive's Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an experience that has cemented itself not only as a favorite for Game of the Year, but also one that would genuinely stick with me, probably forever.
Although I wouldn't personally put it as my number one, it is the only game recently that has legitimately driven me to tears after it was done. This is why I don't agree with the people bashing the Switch and themes. For me, the connection between the two is in the conversation that we have with the fading man and the Reacher. He asks us which we think is worse, to grieve or to be grieved, to plant a seed for a tree from which you will not enjoy the shade of, the very motto of the expedition, the mentality that we fought for in the first 2 acts. This is Verso's final gift to his family, the excitement of a new beginning and the hope for a better future. Verso is the grief that couldn't finish out his life and goals. Whatever they were, his family, the ones who grieve, will be the ones to shoulder that pain and carry his hope. The ones who grieve are the ones who come after. My mic arm broke, so now I have to hold it. And there we go. 56 trophies in the bag for our very first platinum in the channel, and what better way to do it than with this masterpiece right here. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, then I'd appreciate a like and subscribe down below to go ahead and let me know. Stay tuned for some Ghost of Yote, since that'll be the next platinum on the channel, and let me know in the comments down below what games y'all would like to see up after that. Also, I'd appreciate if y'all would hype up the video. YouTube has this new system to kind of help out some videos with the algorithm, and I'd appreciate any help on the channel. With all that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Check out the description down below for the links and all the other videos referenced on this one. And yeah, this has been Marcelona, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.